قطعة من القماش سعرها زهيد، ولكن أثرها كبير ومثير للجدل. إن ارتدته المرأة أو خلعته، كلا الحالتين قد تودي بها إلى السجن، حتى وإن كانت مومياء ستجد من ينتقدها عليه.
انقلوا مومياء لوحدة شعرها باين.
النساء ينظرن إليك باستغراب في ملعب الأطفال مثلا. هناك تمييز واضح ضد المتحجبات في الحياة اليومية، في العمل والدراسة وفي المجتمع عامة.
أتكلم في بلادي أنا، أنت ما تلبسين هاللبس الخايف.
When I wear hijab, it's like I'm restricted, I'm oppressed. But when I don't wear hijab, it's like I'm free.
كرجل لا أشجع على النقاب، بل أشجع على خلعه، لكن قررت أن أحتفظ برأيي الشخصي جانبا، وقررت أن أستمع إلى أصوات النساء هنا في سويسرا. هنالك الكثير من الأصوات. حاولت سماع أصوات نساء موجودات في المجتمع السويسري من مختلف الأطياف. جبت أطراف سويسرا باحثا عن أصوات المرأة فقط لسماع آرائهم.
My name is Susan.
اسمي ربنا أبو خير، أنا من سوريا، خريجة.
My name is Olivia Trinka.
جنان خطيب.
ليا برونر.
أنا حسينة.
لماذا يحاول دائما الرجال تحديد لبس المرأة؟ لن أتحدث كثيرا، فقط قررت أن أقف خلف الكاميرا لنقل الصوت مع الصورة. لماذا النقاب صراع ذكوري يحاول تحديد ما على المرأة أن ترتديه؟
You always have to see the questions like a niqab in the political in the context. Here in Switzerland there are only 20 women wearing a niqab, and several of them are Swiss women who chose to do it, so it's nobody who obliged them to do. The other item is also that here are many tourists coming, like the Saudi Arabian people coming. So the tourist, perhaps the tourist industry sometimes is against it because they have the Saudis coming here. But here in Geneva, we are really, as feminists, we are against it because it's just a pretext, a racist pretext to be against Islam. And Islam is, anyway, I think the niqab does not belong to Islam. It is just an invention that they came afterwards. So we really have to leave everybody free of his opinion, but not that somebody be not integrist or like the jihadists who impose the niqab.
بالنسبة لوجهة نظري، يعني النساء اللي هم متنقبين هنا في أوروبا، ما أعتقدش أنهم متنقبين غصبا عنهم، لأنه هنا في حرية الاختيار، يعني ممكن يتنقبوا بإرادتهم، وأعتقد أنه كل واحد هو حر، يعني أنه هو إذا هم حابين يتنقبوا فهذا اختيارهم، فنحترم اختيار الآخرين.
As a woman, I think niqab is very, I don't know, I'm not in a religion, and everybody do what they want, but the niqab is really the sign of something very violent about women. On the other side, I think that law was not made for that woman. It was made to make fear for Swiss people, and the other thing is also that people that cannot use a mask, so cannot hide the face, and so that's funny now because there's a pandemic, but I think it will be used after by the right, the UDC, Union Démocratique du Centre, it's the far right, and these people will use it in the cortège and manifestation. How you call it? In the protest for every other people and not for the woman wearing a niqab. So that's a political question about fighting and hiding, and it's nothing to do with the Islamic extremists that sometimes want that the woman wear that niqab. So the question was a bit and will not be used in that directly in that way. So that's the problem with that law.
موضوع النقاب غالبا بشكل عام نحن كبشر كل حدا فينا جواته في ملازم أول، في رقيب. أنا بدي أملي على الناس شو يلبسوا شو ما يلبسوا، شو يحكوا شو ما يحكوا، كيف شو يتصرفوا شو ما يتصرفوا. بالنسبة لإلي حرية الملبس وتدخل بشؤون الآخرين باللايف ستايل تبعهم، هذا بالنسبة لإلي مرفوض تماما. ضد قرار منع النقاب، لأنه لنكون واضحين، النقاب هو موروث وعادات وتقاليد اجتماعية، وليس له علاقة باعتقادي ليس له علاقة بالدين الإسلامي. إنه نحن مفكرين حالنا عم نحارب التطرف إذا بنمنع النقاب، ما نو كتير قرار صائب. أنا بالنسبة لي كان صادم صراحة إنه يتخذ هيك قرار ببلد هالقد ديمقراطي مثل سويسرا.
Yeah, it's I really find it disgraceful that Switzerland now has in its constitution an article saying that the niqab or the burqa is banned in Switzerland, because I don't personally I'm not condoning the wearing of the niqab or the burqa, but and I think it's against, well, I agree that it's against human rights to force women to cover themselves, and I condone also any law that tells women what to wear and what they are able to do, like, I don't know, driving cars or not taking certain jobs or earning less. So it's always the woman's body which is sexualized. It's always the women that are told to hold themselves back and not to take too much room, be it sexually or be it professionally or even personally, you know. So I hate this idea of, and I see this very strict dressing laws which exist in Islam as an expression of this will to control women's acting and women's personalities. But on the other side, I don't think that to ban it and to make cheap political points for a problem that is non-existent in Switzerland. We have maybe 30 women in Switzerland, some tourists, in the summer a bit more, some tourists from the Gulf region which wear these clothes, and I personally don't find it very good if they wear it, but they should do what they want, and they will not change because we changed the law, you know what I mean? So it's just a cheap way to make up some political points, especially on the right, and also a cheap way to like a populist way again to rail against Muslims and their presence. Yeah.
هلا يمكن إذا منعوا النقاب أنا بفهم هذا الشيء، إنه يمكن هن بخافوا إنه أوكي الوجه ما راح يبين، ما راح يعرفوا مع مين عم بيحكي، وهذا يعني النقاب هو ماشي إجباري بالإسلام، هذا شيء فرابيليك يعني أي حدا بيحسن يعمله. أما الحجاب أنا خايفة بس إنه بعدين يصيروا كمان يعملوا إنه الحجاب ممنوع كمان، إنه بالشغل أو بالشارع ممنوع نحط حجاب، هذا الشيء بخوف. ما راح أقدر أشتغل، ما راح أقدر أدرس كمان، راح تصير مشكلة كبيرة. هلا هون صح في فرق كبير. هلا بسوريا مثلا عندنا مثل ما قلت إنه بالشغل ممنوع وحدة تلبس كتير قصير، حتى هون كمان بقول إنه كمان عنده إنه ممنوع تلبس قصير كتير بالشغل، ممنوع مثلا إذا عندها وشم كمان هذا بالشغل ممنوع، يعني في كمان نفس الشيء. بس إنه الحجاب أنا بقول ما لازم يمنعوا إنه بالشغل، إنه ما شيء إنه مثلا بخوف أو مثلا شكله مو حلو، يعني في فرق.
Yes, I come from a country where hijab and niqab is cultural. And a lot of people wear it, not a majority, I wouldn't say that, and you're not obliged to do that. My family has never told me or even forced me to do that. My mother covers her head, but my grandmother and all my aunts wear a niqab, and which is a very normal thing for me. I grew up looking at this as, oh, some people do it and some people don't. Most of them out of their choice. I do agree that there's some people who are forced to do it. But when this thing came to Switzerland, To be honest, I was quite sad that how some people, when I talked to them and they said that we are favoring the ban because it will help women, which makes me think the mindset that we have in our societies, how we know how to help someone without even understanding them. You know that you think that banning niqab will help someone, not thinking that it is a choice or it could be a choice of someone. Why is my clothing, why does my clothing has to be defined by you? Be it a niqab, be it a bikini, whatever I wear should be my choice. And you should not just overestimate. Yeah, I mean, why does it matter to you what I wear? Why does it hurt your ego? Why does it hurt your sexual desires? Why does everything that I do hurt you so much? What's wrong with that? I'm not comfortable seeing men wearing their pants under the navel. I'm not okay with it. Am I allowed to say that? Am I allowed to ban it? I'm not fine with it. I don't like when men wear shorts and that's it. Why am I not allowed to say something about it? I'm not comfortable. It makes me uncomfortable. But my opinion doesn't matter.
Okay.
Right? It doesn't. And it's ironic.
Yeah.
Why does it not matter? It should. Exactly as you think. In Muslim countries, when some men are, the men who are really following Islam, they have these shalwars, the pants that they wear, and they're supposed to be above the ankles, right? And if I don't feel fine with it, and I feel, oh, they're just being forced to do it, why am I not supposed to? Why am I not part of this speech? Why can I not stand up and say, oh, I don't like that, and maybe they're being forced, I need to stand for them. This ideology that men are supposed to be this, protect women in what they think and the way they think protection is needed is not correct. You're protecting yourself from whatever, I don't know, but it's not for us. Not at all. It's not working.
ومن حق المرأة أن تعمل وأن تكافح وأن تشتغل في المجتمع وأن يكون لها صوت مسموع. هذا ما أمله.
الصوت اللي ممكن أوصله مش بس للمجتمع اليمني، لكل مجتمع. أعتقد إنه المرأة محتاجة تأخذ حقوقها من الناحية الشرعية، من الناحية الإنسانية، بالطريقة الصح، بالطريقة اللي فعلا هي تستاهله، وإنه يعني ما يستغلوش باسم حقوق المرأة إلى أغراض أخرى.
I think the first step to be free is going to school. And all the time when you have a history of migration, I have one. I'm from Slovakia. As the school for your kids, and to work, to be independent, to have your own money, your own job. That's the right thing. And after you choose, you do what you want, but you have to be free for that choice. And the first step for that is school and fight for your rights.
شو أتمنى إنه أكمل دراسة، إنه أعمل Ausbildung ويقبلوني بحجابي.
So maybe I would not put it as what I wish from them, but well, I think different voices and different stories and backgrounds, they enrich our Swiss way, how we live. And I mean, I could not imagine to live like my grandmother and just to eat the parsnips and so. I mean, even cooking all these dishes, but there is also ideas, other traditions that I'm very positive in that regard, and I hope that we enrich ourselves, vice versa. Yeah. I wish that women can be their own personalities wherever they are, whatever they do, that they don't have to always consider if they are too loud, too clever, too sexy, too old, too young, not fitting in what is considered a male normative rule, which is really hard to crack. And that's my wish for the future. And be it immigrant women or be it Swiss women, I really hope that we will, in the next few years, we can say we achieved that.
We have to be together, to think together and also to fight together.
Jeune, Jian, Azadi, la femme, la vie, la liberté. Kadın, yaşam, özgürlük.